Hello there. With the exception of the Force, Nightsister magic is probably the closest thing that we will ever get to a secondary alternative when it actually comes to the Force itself. So today, I thought it would be really interesting if we dug a little bit into the Nightsister magic side and see what you can do and how powerful Nightsister magic is, considering what we've seen throughout many sources of media, from the Clone Wars to Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor, and the latest, newest iteration of Star Wars Underworld. So today we're going to do that, and without further ado, here we go. But first, as always, we have a little bit of a breakdown. The first instance of Dathomiri magic being used in the Star Wars universe was by Mother Talzin whenever she enhanced the abilities of Savage Opress. Actually, that was a lie. The very first instance of Mother Talzin actually being able to use Nightsister magic to enhance the abilities of the other Nightsisters was whenever she then baptized Asajj Ventress after she escaped the assassination attempt by Count Dooku. She went back to the planet of Dathomir, went back to Mother Talzin, was baptized to become a full Nightsister, and was given the abilities of a Nightsister in her own right, after which she then was turned invisible and was effectively allowed to go on an assassination mission against Count Dooku, but she effectively lost that match and decided to make him an apprentice so she can use him as a double agent, and that would be Savage Opress. Savage Opress was a very angry fighter. He was very competent in his fighting abilities, but whenever he got Dathomiri magic on his side, it basically enhanced all of his abilities by 100-fold. The man literally grew to be over 7 feet tall. He was muscular as all hell. He had the ability to use the Force. He was genuinely so powerful that he was able to not only choke out Asajj Ventress and Count Dooku at the same time while being angered, but was also able to force push Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker without them being able to even react. And his power only grew whenever he became the apprentice to his brother, known as Darth Maul. Immediately after this, however, is where everything goes downhill, because the Dathomiri witches are then under attack by the Confederacy of Independent Systems, and General Grievous leads the charge, killing the Dathomiri witches as well as Mother Talzin, and effectively destroys the entirety of the Witch Coven, before then retreating back into space, just to find out that Mother Talzin is actually alive, and she sends Savage Opress to go find Darth Maul. Now, after the events of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, Darth Maul was trapped on the planet of Lotho Minor after he got cut in half by Obi-Wan Kenobi. He kind of went crazy, he built himself cybernetic legs like a spider, and he spent the entirety of his time basically trapping people in his lair and, well, eating them. Savage Opress was not only able to find Darth Maul, but was able to actually get him onto the ship thanks to some Dathomiri magic from Mother Talzin by creating a ball of light, and then Mother Talzin got him back to Dathomir, in which she then decided to use her Dathomiri magic to restore his mind back to what it was, and effectively recreated Darth Maul from the ground up, getting rid of all the crazy eat people in my layer bits. Maul was then restored to his former glory. He was even more powerful now than he was before, able to take on Obi-Wan Kenobi in a 1v1 matchup, and even Savage Opress had even become more powerful as he killed Adigalia, one of the members of the Jedi Order and one of the members of the Jedi Council. The two of them were so powerful that they could take on Obi-Wan Kenobi, but unfortunately their aggression and their anger got the better of them, and Obi-Wan Kenobi was able to escape with Asajj Ventress. So just for a quick tiny breakdown, here's all the things that Mother Talzin did over the course of this time, which took about a couple of days. So for Asajj Ventress, she was able to completely baptize Asajj Ventress into turning her into a full-fledged Nightsister, was able to make her invisible. For Darth Maul, she was able to restore his mind and his body and give him new cybernetic legs. And for Savage Opress, she was able to not only give him more enhanced natural abilities like strength, speed, durability, and stamina, but was also able to increase his size to over 7 feet tall and was able to give him the Force. And that was only for 3 people over the course of a handful of episodes from Star Wars The Clone Wars. And along with that very short list of other abilities, they also have Ichor, which is a very powerful liquid that originates from Dathomir, which is so powerful that they can create prosthetic limbs, create swords able to withstand lightsaber blades, and are so powerful that they can create a green mist, which could kill people, which is what Mother Talzin tried to do to Count Dooku. And along with those abilities, we also have a list of other abilities that they can do. For example, they can teleport over short distances, which is what Mirren does throughout the entirety of the Jedi games. We have precognition, we have weather control, we have green lightning, which is what Mother Talzin did whenever she tried to match up against Palpatine, We have generating Ichor, which she uses all the time in Star Wars The Clone Wars. We have animal control and even domesticating actual animals like the Rancor. We have possession, we have mind tricks, illusion, force drain, which is specifically for the more dark side affiliated Night Witches, and we also have the reanimation of corpses to create an undead army, or even just straight up resurrection, which is what Asajj Ventress had to go through after the Dark Disciples book. So yeah, just to keep a long story short, Nightsister magic is absolutely busted, and we really should be getting more into Nightsister ideology and Nightsister magic throughout the entirety of the rest of the Star Wars era, especially considering what we're probably going to go through whenever we get to Ahsoka Season 2. So without further ado, I hope you guys have a good day, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your time here.